I'm Dick Weond, and I encourage you to watch Death Curse Society. Please do. Just tune in on YouTube. You'll love it.
Welcome back to another Monday Maniacs from Death Curse Society. How's everybody doing? I'm Red Crank. I got the Zigzag. I got Colonel. What's up, guys?
What the fuck is up? Here we are, another Monday. I'm already knocking my table. Didn't take long.
Sometimes we're not even sure what's up because, yeah. If you haven't noticed by the title of the video and everything, we had a last-minute change of plans today. We were going to be sitting down with a couple of the cast members from Slumber Party Massacre, but we had some scheduling conflicts, some unforeseen circumstances that came up, and we had to shuffle. So instead, we're going to be talking about The Nun 2, which dropped in theaters this weekend. Had a pretty good opening, and we're going to update our Conjuring Universe rankings. Colonel, how do you feel about this change of plans?
I'm okay with it. A little bummed. So I did my research. I rewatched Slumber Party Massacre again. Taking mental notes. But, you know, shit happens. Luckily enough, I was fucking bored on Friday night and went and seen The Nun 2. And I was like, thank God I don't have to see The Nun 2 this weekend. I fucking went anyway. The universe just has a way of working itself out. So
it does. It does have that capacity. And Ziggy, you were especially on the fly because you literally just got back from the theater, correct?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we were ready to go. Slumber Party Massacre. I, as well, did my research, and I watched it 3 times this week just to get down, and it even went through the, you know, I'll admit, fast forward, wanted to compare some scenes in the horrible, horrible remake. And, yeah, we don't need it. But fear not. We are going to be sitting down in the future here with the cast of Slumber Party Massacre, maybe sooner than you think. Let us get it confirmed again, and then we'll drop it on you.
Right. Well, I think we can say we're hoping for next week.
Next week, it'll be bad.
It won't be the closer to the official anniversary as we had originally planned, because yesterday was 41 years ago.
41 years on the nose. So, I mean, for that, give them some applause on that, I mean, just for being classic. It's, you know, a lot of people say it's a second-tier slasher. A lot of people say it's a Halloween ripoff. Yeah, you're right. But it's still got charm. It still has charm. The cast is great. You care about them. And they're funny. I understand it was rewritten, and they left some of the funny stuff that was supposed to be intentionally funny, but they wrote it as a straighter horror film. We'll get into all that when we have some people to talk to about it, because, like, man, we threw some questions down and then Crank threw 50 more on top of that. So we had questions for sure.
What can I say? I do my I do my due diligence when it comes to these, and I never get to all the questions.
Of course not, because you come up with 100 of them.
I like to have my my ducks in a row. What can I say?
You never have the most important question on there. That's the fucked up part.
It's like I criticized him. I'm just saying, dude. I mean, you asked for questions, we threw a few at you, and then you dropped the hammer on the whole. The final list was 5 times longer than that. So,
and I'm
that's always my
favorite
list.
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
That's how it always is.
Well, they're fine questions. They're fine. I mean, they're usually bases or lead to something I was thinking, or the three of us were all thinking of anyway. So, yes, great minds truly do think alike.
Fair enough.
I will say this.
Keep chatting for a little bit.
I am.
I'm
Are you
looking
looking
for
for it?
something.
Are you looking for it? Okay,
I'm trying,
Okay.
but it's probably
Been
on a
into-
backup drive, I believe.
I looked. I don't have it. Faze might be on something over there, but I don't know, man. We can just do it. We can just say it for this time. I was frantically trying to get these guys to get the DCS Sports.
I got it queued up, ready to go. Keep going.
I don't want to hate on him, man. Yes, football season has started. The NFL is back, and yes, DCS, we love it, and we all have our teams. Colonel's got his Bengals. I have my Lions. Crank, he roots for Kansas City. He's closest thing to Oklahoma.
Well, besides Dallas, and fuck Dallas.
The Lions, fabulous start. Fabulous. Just perfect start. Perfect start to the season. Colonel, how'd the Bengals do?
I'm just glad you and the Browns fans can celebrate your fucking Game 1 Super Bowls, because that's as good as it's going to get for you.
For the
No,
Lions?
not really. I'm not that much of a hater. I'm happy that the Lions won, obviously, because I'm not that big of a Chiefs fan anymore. And you know what? I was happy for the Browns fans, too. They have something to be excited for. And I'm not worried about the Bengals, man. Started 0-2 last year. They're not going to replicate it. They better step it up this Sunday against fucking Baltimore.
Oh, boy.
But I'm not worried about it yet. They just look like shit.
Well, you had your guy didn't play nothing in preseason.
He didn't even have reps with the starters, man.
You got to have some reps, man. You need the reps. True. But go Lions, 1-0. Let's go, baby.
You're the only undefeated right now.
That's right. No.
Did Green Bay win?
In our division, Green Bay big time won. Slaughtered we could have brought
I didn't get to watch many games, man.
Yeah.
I was busy writing 50 questions for the Slumber Party Massacre people that we don't get to use yet.
Watching Slumber Party Massacre for the 4th time this week.
I watched it. Part 2, and I even watched the remake again. I get what they were trying to do, but
I didn't need that one sullied that way, though. Just
they
write your own
weren't
fucking crappy movie and do that then.
They weren't as clever as they thought they were.
No,
I'll put it that way.
They were way behind on that fucking train. I mean, you even missed the caboose. You're on a fucking handcar with that one. Sorry.
Man, you know what pissed me off? I remember Slumber Party Massacre being on Shudder, so that's where I went first, start typing it. There it is. Hit play. I was like, what the fuck? I realized it was a remake. And then I had to fucking Google. I was like, I guess I'm going to fucking, it was on Prime through Phoebe or some shit.
Oh.
Tons of fucking ads. I was like, good Lord, here we go.
Oh, no, I went to Prime. It's like, yeah, free on Prime. Go for it. And I get on there, and it's right first one that pops up. I click on it. It disappears. I'm all, what's going on? And then I find it deep in the list. I click on it, and it says, unavailable at this time.
Yeah, unavailable in your region or something like that, I get sometimes.
So I went to Pluto. Oh, no, Tubi. It was on
Tubi, I think, is where I was.
Tubi had the nice...
Tubi, Prime.
Yeah, Tubi had the good HD cut from Scream Factory or whatever, so I was happy with that at least. But yeah, you get them goddamn 7-second lead-ins, and it's like right at the most critical moment of the fucking movie, and the killer is... Da-da-da-da-da-da. Starts the commercial, man.
Have you checked your insurance rates lately?
Yeah. We've been trying to reach you about your extended car warranty. It's like, God damn it, I can't even watch a fucking movie without this.
Just give me a summer heat commercial or something, man.
It happens, man. As long as we can see some movies, for free, I'm okay with sitting through a few commercials every now and then.
I have a DVD of it, original fucking DVD somewhere, but who the fuck knows, dude? There's stacks of them back there. I don't know where the fuck it went.
I have the old VHS, but that's in storage somewhere because I have none of my
I got the
VHSs.
fucking Betamax. What's wrong with you guys?
Hey, Beta had a good chart,
Honestly, I
didn't
may have it on Betamax too. Don't even joke around about that. Oh man! All right. Well, let's see. We got Bill in here. We got Charles. We got Patricia. We got Grizzly. We got Tanya. We got Tyrone. I would assume then as well. Yep, there he is. We got Christopher. We got BK. Looks like the crew's coming in. Yeah, Rick wants to give it to you about the Bengals. How about
Hey,
them
like I said,
Bengals,
Rick,
Colonel?
I'm glad you guys won your Super Bowl.
We got Jay in here. What's up, Jay, man? Yeah.
I almost came in here singing the Lions fight song.
And there's Joseph. Joseph,
There he is.
man,
Batman! I knew
get
it!
well soon, man. Jesus Christ, this guy
Dude,
tries to stop a fucking shoplifter out in California and gets dragged down the damn parking lot by the car. Almost got run over. Fuck, dude.
I knew he was Batman. I knew it.
I knew it.
He could be Batman.
He is.
No, but
That's
get better
just-
soon, sir. Lots of
We'll
thoughts
see
coming
you
your
soon,
way.
dude. Yeah, you have to get.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're under arrest as soon as we arrive. So that's it, dude. I mean, you're in under DCS custody as of the 28th.
Yeah, maybe a couple days sooner. I may get there a little bit earlier. I'm not sure yet. I still got to figure out where the hell I'm gonna stay and for the earlier part of the trip.
Yeah, I got to talk to you anyway, Joseph. I'll be looking for you after the show.
Uh-oh. All right. And there's Luke. What's up, Luke?
Minnesota man.
All right. Before we get into the Nun 2, and by the way, gang, hey, we're sorry about the change in plans. If you did tune in for the Slumber Party Massacre reunion, hopefully tune in next week, and it may grow even besides what we had.
I can't. Yes, I was beaten to death after the show last weekend for being too loose on my tongue. So I'm saying nothing. Just tune in, and if you're a Slumber Party fan, you're not going to want to miss it. How about that, guys? That's pretty generic.
But yeah, stay tuned because it could be a lot of fun. But before we get into the Nun 2 and then our updated Conjuring rankings, first we need to thank our members. Thanks to our final girls and guys, Chris, Lorena, Tyrone, our Crazy Ralphs, Rick, and Raymond, and our camp counselors, 42nd Street Pete, Corey, Luke, Michigan Dave, S. Michael, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Patricia, and JJ.
Thank you. God damn it, thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Figure out how you can become a member by checking out our website at deathcursesociety.com. Slide on over to that join page and look at the details on there and donate what you can.
Right.
Yeah.
If you can't, no biggie, man. We get
And
it.
if you can't, no biggie.
Yeah, we get it.
So.
You're just helping us out. That's all.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, in theaters.
No. Hold on a second. Bring in our producer. I want to talk to him.
Yeah.
for a second, too. Yeah.
Fuck. Hold on. And yes, of course, as always, thanks to our associate producer, C-Phase. Boom!
Woo!
There he is. What's up, Phase?
What up? Another day, another Monday.
Yeah.
Not late this time.
Yeah, you showed up on time this time.
He's awake.
A third strike is almost a charm, buddy.
I'm telling you. You know what,
We're getting
Colonel?
there.
I think we need to recall one of the strikes after the wonderful 5-year anniversary video FaZe put together on his own accord. That fucking thing, FaZe, give him the applause.
Nope. All
Give him
right.
the fucking applause. You both have seen it. You agree with my thoughts. This is wonderful. It's great. I mean, it covers the whole thing, and it's got a nice flow to it. It kind of tells the whole DCS story. Basically, it's just loose, but it's very cool. It's
Yeah.
just neat.
That
I
was
like
very
making
cool.
it.
That was cool, brother. I appreciate it a lot, man. I was like, wow, man. So seriously, when anyone asks what is DCS, I would play that video. That's what I would put in.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's a good point. Very good point. I'm going to dig for that here in a little bit while we're talking about this, and maybe we'll show that at the end of the night.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
is there anything else you want to add, FaZe, before we get on with the show?
I
All right, let's go on. Were you both doing it?
Yeah.
Did he flash back in?
He flashed it a little bit. I wasn't sure, but I it's good because we're in each other's heads. I know now. I trust you. So, yeah. I know we're on with the bit, so thank you. Cheers.
Goddamn! Like new people that watch are gonna be like, they're so rude to that poor kid.
No, fucking killer. I mean, maybe we can get this up throw it on the show tonight and show it because tomorrow is it tomorrow?
Well,
no, 2 days. It's actually Wednesday, but
right. It'll actually be Wednesday, but we're gonna celebrate it tomorrow because I have to work
tomorrow.
Wednesday. You've got to work. Yeah.
Somebody's gotta work.
it's gonna work.
Hey, excuse the shit out of me, man.
Yeah, but he's coming in. You know, we could. Are we coming on what time? Let's let it out. I mean, we haven't really put any posts
It'll
about
be
it.
8 p.m.
About 8 o'clock?
8. Yeah,
Okay.
I was thinking around 8.
We're going to go back to the genesis of the DCS, play a little game streaming Friday the 13th. You'll be able to hear us and hear the shenanigans while we're playing. And we've played it so much we can actually hold a conversation while playing Friday the 13th with what people watching. So it's not like that one time we were playing, we started playing something else and we all went silent because the action picked up. We were like, we couldn't talk.
What was that? Was that
was it Predator?
the forest?
Or the forest?
Predator?
It was the forest. It was the
Yeah, I
forest.
think it was the forest.
What about the forest? Sorry, I send the fuck out every time Zach talks.
Yeah, I think it was the forest. I'm not
was
not
the
sure about that though.
Yes.
All right. So
So Colonel
the nun.
thinks
Oh, what?
Colonel, what?
when I speak, he
Bah,
hears.
bah, 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 bah.
It's like motherfucking Charlie Brown, dude. Mwah, 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 mwah. Yes, zigzag. Mwah, 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 mwah.
No, see, and I was praising. I was telling all the ladies how big your schlong was, and that's all you heard.
We all know that's bullshit.
Oh, well, yeah. you're
I'm
right.
not talking about me. It's just the size of the
Anyways.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on. All right.
Oh, wait.
Let's focus on the topic at hand finally,
We're here.
20 minutes later. All right. So, because of the change of plan, yeah, thanks for manually holding the graphic up there. I appreciate it. We are going to be discussing our thoughts on The Nun 2 tonight. The synopsis is, in 1956 France, a priest is violently murdered, and Sister Irene, Thaisa Farmiga, begins to investigate. She once again comes face to face with a powerful evil. Directed by Michael Chavez again, and a story based on a story by Akilah Cooper. It's the 8th or 9th,
Ninth.
however you want to classify it.
It is
I say 9th.
Yeah.
Edition in the Conjuring Universe. So, Ziggy, I'm going to start with you. What preconceived notions and thoughts before going in?
Zero, because I had no idea I was going to see this until about 4 minutes before I arrived at the theater, and I was going in to watch it. So nothing. I knew it was out. I saw the numbers it did over the weekend, but I also knew we had a week not to fucking worry about it, so I wasn't thinking at all about it.
So you were thinking...
I was indeed.
Okay.
And yes. Yeah. And so, yeah, nothing. Absolutely nothing. That is 100% true. Nothing. What did I think overall? First impression, you're asking, maybe?
Well, preconceived notions, and then, yeah, first impressions. Go for it.
No preconceived notions at all, because I hadn't got there yet. I was going to be next week. And so, wah, 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 wah. Sorry, Colonel. No, I'm let down because it lacks a lot of things the original story had, the Nun 1. So, yes, a little disappointed. That's it.
Okay. All right. How about you, Colonel? Going in and coming out.
Going in, like I said, I knew I was going to watch this movie eventually. Didn't know the opening fucking weekend, but that's okay. Because I was actually, shame on me, excited for this movie. The first time I seen the trailer in the theater and the arms come through the fucking duct, I actually jumped. It's hard for me to... Those jump scares don't work on me like they used to. So, like I said, shame on me having high fucking hopes going into this movie. Keep it short. That's my going in thoughts. My first impression is I've seen this same movie 9 fucking times already. 9 fucking times. It got so bad, I didn't give a fuck.
9 times?
Get selfies in their fucking 9 times. 9
9
times.
times?
9 times in a row.
My head.
But dude, like I said, I didn't even give a fuck about these teenagers taking selfies at that point. Because at 9 o'clock at night, man, there's a bunch of teenagers and college kids. I was like the old fucker in the room by myself. And like that's just at the point I was like, fucking take your selfies, do your TikToks. I don't give a fuck. Like I was really just sitting there ready to go. I was tired, man. I was ready to go to bed.
Well,
Fuck, when did I turn into that guy?
it happens, man. It's okay. So this picks up about 4 years after. My first impressions, honestly, kind of muted. I'll get into it because I'm a little conflicted about this film, and I didn't really know what to think about it immediately coming out. I thought it was good.
One of you guys said something upon when you both saw it, and I couldn't see it in my mind, but now I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about after seeing it.
That's funny because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about now.
Was it the
blood
indie
of
thing?
Christ, the blood of Christ. It kind of relates to a chapter in another adventure universe.
Yeah, the indie thing.
Who said that?
That was me.
You said it was like
Yeah,
Indiana Jones in the last Crusade.
We'll get it.
Yeah.
We'll get into
Okay.
that. I want to
You were
save
right.
that for later.
Yeah, you were right. You were fucking right.
I want to save that for later. But this film picks up about 4 years after the events of the original The Nun. Follows Sister Irene to another convent. No, she's out of the convent. She's at this like children's school now, Catholic school, and her identity has been shrouded, I guess, in some ways, because they're telling the story of the nun, but they don't realize that Sister Irene is the actual person that they're telling the story about. I thought that was kind of a neat touch. We've seen it before, but how did you feel about, Colonel, the setup of this film and the building up to, the first act? Let's just put it that way.
I thought the first act did a good job getting you up to date in those 4 years. And I appreciate the flashback scenes between her and Frenchie, even though it's more recent now. They don't even call him French anymore. So I was disappointed in that, which I do have a comment on that probably when we rank the film. But no, they did a fine job. Like I said, getting us caught up. Here's what's going on here. And I love the fact they were telling the story about the nun and how she pretty much just the such a 1950s way swept her under the fucking rug and gave the priest all the glory and made him a bishop and all kinds of shit. I was like, that's fitting for the times.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the fuck, man? She did all the work.
Yeah. What about you, Ziggy? First act.
Yeah, I mean, it's good, because it's okay here. I'm familiar with these people because I wasn't, I hadn't looked into it. I didn't know if are we going to see the same people going at it and trying to figure this out, because we know how the Nun 1 ends. It ties it right to the fucking Conjuring. It was cool as fuck. I loved that, and I think that was a little bit sullied after this one. But I mean, the first act, everything looks great outside in the daylight. It looks great. That's where it looks good. It's just when they go into the dark. What the fuck happened to the atmosphere, man? What the fuck? That was
the atmosphere. The atmosphere was just that dark.
Yeah.
Dark.
Unseeable.
There was a coldness. There. Go ahead, Colonel. What?
I was saying it's almost like the atmosphere went up in flames in this movie. Right at the start. I was like, what the fuck? Thank you.
That was intense, though. That was pretty. I like that. I like the ferocity of that.
The opening.
Yeah.
Priest.
I was like, okay, all right. I was like, I think we've ramped it up, and this is going to be good. But anytime they go in the dark, it doesn't have that same coldness, that same despair that the nun they so perfectly captured. I don't know what the fuck, dude. It really bothered me not having that this time. I understand we're in a different locale, but still, the evil should bring that.
Right, and well, but this was a different director, correct, than the original Nun?
I don't think so.
I'm
Michael-
going to say
well-
yes, with no research behind that answer whatsoever.
I mean, Michael Chavez has been in the Conjuring universe a little bit, but I don't think he did the Nun.
I'll let
He
you
did
know
the
in a
curse.
second.
He did
Nope.
the Curse of La Llorona.
Corin Hardy directed the first one,
Okay.
written by Gary Dauberman and James Wan.
Right. Okay. So, but Michael Chavez did the Curse of La Llorona and The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. So he's had a couple of films under his belt, and
Funny.
how ironic those are.
Explains it.
Two of
Yeah.
two of the
Two of
lower
the-
rate films. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Right.
Yeah, man. But first act, right? It's great setup, but again, right away, I'm noticing things lacking from the first adventure.
All right. The what the hell? One of the interesting things I thought about in this movie was the growth, I guess you could say, of Sister Irene that we see kind of setting up in the beginning. But it was a different kind of character growth because in the first one, she was really prim and proper, and she had her superior with her, kind of guiding the way. Now she's more independent, I guess you could say, but she's got a younger person with her, the Debra girl played by Storm Reed, and a new nun coming in, but they have that little playful relationship between each other that I thought was very different than Sister Irene's character in the first one, but I really enjoyed it. I liked that change, and I like, even though it was kind of like almost reverse, I like that growth.
You know, I did take that as after you deal with a hell's demon face to face, you probably would lighten the fuck up on some of the stiffer stuff it was bothering you before. That's how I took it totally. So if that's how it was intended, I think that's what you're saying. And yes, I agree. I think that was very cool. The Sarge!
Hey, Sarge!
I don't know what a Sarge is. Tell me what the Sarge is.
You're the Sarge.
What does that mean?
You're the sergeant.
Yeah, that means
Sergeant.
You're
Well,
second.
Your second in command was.
You're second in command to the colonel.
Hey, his name is Michael.
Don't tell people my government
Don't
name.
don't.
Sorry.
It's okay.
You know who else you outrank? Sarge?
Who?
Sarge.
No, hurry up, get back in here. You already interrupted. You might as well keep it going. No, you're done.
She's done? All right. See you later.
Bye, Sarge.
Okay, you put Lego Marble. Sorry.
Yep. That.
Ladies and
See. Yep. Dr. Smiley says, "Ooh, it's out now."
I know, sold
Now
out
we
when I
know.
was a kid, man.
Yep.
Yep.
You're gonna
You don't
get
want Dr.
doxxed.
Smiley knowing your government name, dude. He'd probably show up at your fucking house now.
No,
It's time for your weekly checkup, Colonel.
That's right. You'll be as regular as can be before you know it.
I'm not as old as you guys. I don't have to get that regular checkup yet.
It doesn't
Anyway.
matter to him. He got phase too.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
Ziggy, complete your thought on the Sister
Okay.
Irene and Debra.
Yeah. I dug it. I do think that dynamic. Again, you see a demon, you fight a demon, you lighten the fuck up on the smaller things, like she smokes cigarettes and stuff. She's skipping confession, shit like that, and she's just like, "Hey, it's all good. Don't worry about it. I think you're all right." You know what I mean?
Right.
I dig it. I like the growth, as you're saying. That's pretty cool how they did
Yeah.
it.
All righty, Colonel. What about you? Did you like that transition from character to character?
Yeah, I mean, it worked fine. Like I did like Irene's growth. It made sense because, like Zach said, I agree. After going through some shit, you tend to lighten up. Um, I know she seemed more devout than before. Irene did, so I also felt like she was kind of like good copying this nun in training. Like, come here, we'll get you on the right path. But at times, I felt like it was also cheap, good cop, bad cop type shit. You know what I mean? Like comedic buddies. That part I was kind of like, yeah, not to me. It's just not the right type of film to have that. If that makes sense.
So was the Catholic message a little too heavy-handed for you? Is that what you're kind of leaning towards?
No. I'm just saying the partnership. There's the difference in them. It just felt like it was a good cop, bad cop, little buddies. Okay. Sorry.
Well, it seemed like, I mean, Sister Irene, I assume, is fairly young. I don't know if they ever really mention her age in either of the films, but she seems young.
Well, let's just
and
assume that the draft.
Deborah.
What was the draft back in the 50s? 18?
Yeah, I think so.
If my brothers can fight in the war, my daughter can serve the Lord.
Okay.
I'm thinking around that age, 17, 18 has to be.
Yeah. So, and I assume the Debra character is probably a little younger. I would guess. So, I guess I see what you're talking about with the good cop, bad cop thing. I really didn't think about that during the film too much, but I can see that with a couple of scenes, especially now.
That's what I'm saying. No, like I said, it was fitting. I just, like I said, at times I just didn't think it was necessary.
I got you.
Aaron Rodgers just got carted out.
Sorry.
Limped out anyway. He couldn't put any weight on his left leg.
Oh, great.
Anyway, we already did these guest sports.
Yeah.
All right.
Just,
You mentioned Maurice, aka Frenchie, played by Jonas Bloquet. I am glad he's back. I really liked his character in the original. I'm curious how it is going to tie back into, like, The Conjuring 1971-ish, I believe was when that one was set. We got 15 more years to go through story-wise to get to that point. But, yeah, I thought they were going to get closer to that with this than they did, but they barely seemed to touch on what happens to Maurice in the future. Ziggy, do you want to expand on that? Do you know what I'm talking about with the exorcism and everything?
That's what I mentioned at the end of they tie it to The Conjuring, and so we got to get through all these years to get to that point, and I don't want to spoil it yet, but that demon has to survive another 20 years or whatever, another 22 years to get to that more. Oh.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm talking about. I thought maybe this would have made that bridge a little closer, and it didn't really seem to. It seemed to still keep it at arm's length. I mean, it's still there because it's part of the overall story now, and I believe James Wan has even said that, Maurice is a major role, and that this may end up kind of everybody may converge onto that story at some point. Now, is this going to be Last Rites, which is the next one that's coming up that they tease at the end of this one? We could say that, I think.
Is that a post-credits or something?
Yeah,
that post-credits thing.
I had to...
booked?
I had to fucking, as soon as it said directed by, I was already in the fucking lobby, dude. Are you kidding me? I had 10 minutes to get here.
Fair enough.
You didn't miss much.
Yeah.
No, it was basically just them answering a phone and saying, "Hello, Father."
That's literally all it was.
Okay. There goes my internet.
No. Yeah, I've got storms rolling in, so I may cut out a little bit tonight too. I hope not, but
2 bars.
yeah, The Nun is 1952, The Nun 2 is 56, and then The Conjuring is 71. So, yeah, my timeline was right. I just wanted to make sure of that before going too much further in. We talked about that. Colonel, what did you think of? Did I ask you about? I asked you about Frenchie already,
You
or
did
Maurice?
not.
No,
you did
then
not.
tell me what you thought about Maurice in this one.
Actually, I don't give a shit about that. But no, I'll be honest, Maurice is probably my favorite character in the fucking movie, man. They did a real good job having you sympathize with the guy. So if you guys remember the nun and the flashback scene, he wants to own a farm and she gives him some tomato seeds, like it's not much. Next thing you know, at this boarding school, he's like the maintenance guy, but he's growing those tomatoes out in the play area.
Yeah.
So it's like this guy is trying to live a fucking happy life once he gets there. The relationships he built seem to be way too quick for as long as he's been there, unless he got a vacation. I don't know. Watch the movie, you'll find out. Try to piece it together how he got there. But man, he just wants to live a happy life, and fucking Valak keeps fucking it up. Dude's just trying to grow tomatoes, man. Just trying to grow fucking tomatoes. Fall in love, and the nun's just.
Yeah. No, and he doesn't seem to know that he has the demon still with him.
Right.
Like it's almost like a fever dream or whatever.
Because people keep noticing him doing odd things.
Right.
Yeah, he sometimes just zones out like I do when Zach's talking. He just.
Yep. So what you got a demon within you?
You know it.
Well, but yeah, I'm a big fan of Maurice, and I like the actor who plays this guy. I think he's a good pick. He just has that kind of like fun freedom, especially in the first one where he's hitting on, Sister Irene before he realizes she's a nun, but then he's still like, reconsider, like, you sure you want to go this far? She's about to take her vows, and he's like, I got 15 minutes in the back alley, if you know what I'm talking about, But I like his character a lot. He's fun, and I want to see his descent. I want to see that more than just. I hope they don't immediately jump to 1970 with him, and then see what happens. With the exorcism of Maurice. I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, I'll say based on this movie. All right, I was going to say this then, but fuck it, I want to say it now. Here's one of the things that annoyed me about this movie. All right, so they're all New Line Cinema, Comic Monster, all the same shit. Why in the fuck do we get one flashback from the first Nun movie, but then every flashback, like, not trying to do any spoilers, like you get a flashback of Irene and Frenchie at a train station. Mm-hmm. Then in the movie, they just go back to the same flashbacks at the train station in the fucking movie. Like, you wouldn't think they go back to when they first met and then fucking Nun. You got the fucking money. You own the rights to the shit. Why? Seriously? You can't fucking recycle scenes from an old film? You have to show me the same shit?
I think there's something going on between Warner Brothers and New Line right now, and I don't know exactly what it is.
I thought they were just Deadpooling my ass with the X-Men. Where they can't show to. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, see, one of the first things I noticed when I went in was the Warner Brothers logo was not at the beginning of the film. It wasn't until after the credits. So I don't know what that's about. But that may have something to do with
there we go.
Needing to recreate flashbacks for this one. So
But they could have recreated flashbacks from the first film. Even loosely, instead of literally just showing the same shit from the one flashback at the train station. That's all. Lazy filmmaking. That's
Ziggy, talk a little bit about Maurice. What'd you think of his character and his role in this film?
I'm glad he was back as well. Obviously, I want to see this descent as well. I want to see where it goes and win. they tell us he's gonna die once the demon gets what it wants, what it's using him as a vessel for. So, I guess the fact that he's still there at the end of The Conjuring, or when we see all that, or the beginning of it, whichever it is, is clearly we're going to get more of him, and I'm fine with that. So maybe the Nun 3 is all about him and his whole travel.
I hope that's I hope that's a years long just following him around through the fall or whatever.
Because I'm not really feeling the Indiana Irene shit. All
right. Well, you brought it up. One of the things that I thought was ironic about this film is, in the original Nun, they have this glass vial that supposedly contains the blood of Christ, and she uses that to defeat the demon. In this one, they have to locate the eyes of Saint Lucy, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and it's another relic that helps them locate the demon, and I guess also helps them defeat the demon again.
I don't
but
know.
I at one point I kind of leaned over to my friend that I went to see the movie with, and I was just like, are they turning Sister Irene into the Indiana Jones of the Conjuring universe? Is it going to be a different relic every time they have to hunt down? And because I would have loved for her to have been like, these belonged in a museum or something like that, but I didn't get it. I'm kind of disappointed.
Fuck, man, I don't know if I can say this without spoiling the fucking movie though, because this is other lazy filmmaking for me. To defeat Valak again. Spoiler alert! There's no way I can not spoil this. There's just no fucking way. Okay. So you're right. And the Nun was a vial of Jesus' blood. Apparently that wasn't strong enough to kill a fucking demon. Alright, so yes, they find the eyes of Lucy. It helps them, but also it works against them. So how do they defeat the fucking demon this time? Without saying too much, what do they turn the wine into at Catholic churches? It's the same thing. It's the same thing, and we still know.
But you have to trust your faith. You have to believe in your faith. For it to work.
But obviously it didn't work twice.
Well, if you have the actual blood of Christ in a glass vial and you spit it into his face in the first movie, and it doesn't work, then I don't think some 60-year-old cab sab is going to really do the trick either.
That's why didn't they take it? Fucking filmmaking, man.
They could have it and poured a little bit out at every threshold, and then the fucking nun wouldn't have been able to come in. Wasn't that what the blood of Christ did in the other movie? Oh wait, no.
Oh word.
No, you're
Demon
thinking of
Knight.
Yeah, you're
the blood of
Demon
Christ.
Knight.
Yeah, I
Jesus
know.
Christ. We're not mentioning Demon Knight in this. All right.
Different demon, buddy. It's everybody else got a pass.
Well, the
in that
blood of
movie.
Christ actually worked in that movie.
Right. It had some power.
Wait, what the fuck?
Fuck, man. They had gallons of the shit, and it still didn't work.
Fair enough. All right. One other character.
I did say like, oh man.
Yeah.
God.
It's kind of a weak ending.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weak ending. I agree. One last character I want to bring up is the little girl that's in the Catholic school, Sophie. I thought she was adorable and good in her role. But I'm also wondering if the mom, Sophie's mom, is the one that ends up being married to Maurice when he has his issues in 15 years or whatever it is, storyline wise. Ziggy, do you make that connection, or do you think it's going to be somebody different?
Just that the fact that they were into each other, it's a pretty viable path to take. So yeah, I'm with you on that.
All right. Colonel?
Oh yeah, dude, that connection was, to me, is so fucking easy. Especially at the end. you know, you know. And so the girl who plays Sophie, I think she did a really good job, actually. But man, she's too sweet. She needs to beat that one bitch's ass. Stand up for yourself.
Bullies.
Well, maybe they'll grow her character a little bit. So for the next one,
Go to the fucking gym. Want some iron.
go
I
to
think- I
gym.
feel like she'd be a little more involved with it too, though, at the same time. But maybe that's again in the future. She will.
Right. One of my biggest complaints about this film mostly was and Colonel, I believe you're the one that already said this, it's the same. We've seen this. It's the James Wan cookie cutter, same movie. It still works,
Yeah.
but, you know, we're such a bunch of like hypocrites though in the horror community. Not necessarily us, but just horror fans in general. Oh, I want something different. Okay, here's something different. Oh, that sucked. It didn't do anything for me.
This hasn't been something different for going on 15 years now or something, isn't it?
But no, I see what Crank's saying because
No, I'm talking about like other movies.
Well, yeah, like we'll use the Curse of the Demeter for example. Fucking bomb, something fucking new. It is a great movie.
Great.
Talk to me.
I didn't say talk to me.
It didn't do great. It didn't do great in the box office, but
For an Australian film, it did really well here.
Oh yeah, well of course that, but it's there's a lot of people that are against that movie or trash that movie, but they're also the same people that were just like, oh, we need something different. Everyone's just doing the same thing. Well, here's a different original idea. Oh no, I like the Nun 2 better. Like really? And I don't know. It's just it's a tricky road to
I think.
Is it a tricky road though? 'Cause
well,
let's be
for
honest, the
success.
Nun, but the Nun, the Conjuring. Let's be honest. These movies aren't made for hardcore horror fans. Hardcore horror fans are going to watch it. Yes, this is for your casual horror fan,
Right?
and that's
Yeah.
fine. Hopefully, this turns casual horror fans into hardcore horror fans. So the problem is with hardcore horror fans, especially on the internet, it's all about bitching about new movies. It's not as good as it used to be. Fucking gatekeeping. Oh my god, that movie sucks. You can't it's the fucking internet. That's just the way people are online, man.
Yeah.
I think these movies are almost entirely character driven now. Like these things they're coming up with. And
The actual demons.
the demons themselves, like the Nun, and then some of the ones they set up in the Annabelle series. You know what I mean? We got the Crooked Man coming your way. I mean, I'm waiting for that. What was it? The Toll Man, the guy with all the money falling out of there. All
That's the one I want.
Fuck
That's the one I
yeah,
want.
that's what we
ferryman?
want.
Yeah.
Ferryman, yes, and so get on with that, man. Maybe leave alone some of this other shit. Let's get on some of those other characters. I know they're getting on that Hellhound shit first. Nobody cared about that. They want the other guy, the creepy one.
Or how about, let's actually expand the universe. Let's move some of these smaller characters to a streaming service, the small screen. Do a mini series,
Disney style, yeah, man.
8 episodes.
Fuck yeah, dude. Look at Chucky, how they're doing with that. That'd be perfect for something like this.
Right.
And then you can take them all. You can get them all out there, and
and you can make those bridges connect.
a Justice League of fucking horror everyone's been screaming for. That's
You guys are crazy. I do not want that because it's gotten to the point with Marvel or Star Wars, for example. You have to watch every fucking mini series, connect every fucking movie. Granted, this universe I don't think it's going to be as large as the Marvel or Star Wars universes, but dude, that's asking a lot. Now, like I said, if you did a mini series, like, all right, maybe 2 episodes for one character, and you had 4 of these demons in the series, yes. But I think if you do individual series for each demon, which I don't know if you guys knew this, but did you know the demons are because God cast them out of heaven? That irritated the shit out of me too. Good. Everybody knows that. That's like it's not groundbreaking. He's telling the nun this shit like she didn't know. But I digress. I think that would just be too much to try to keep up with, man. It's a great idea, but there's enough of that. I still haven't watched fucking all kinds of Star Wars series because there's too fucking many of them.
But you know, there's a series of Post-it notes somewhere in James Wan's office that has, you know, the next 10, 12 Conjuring movies kind of laid out. So
Dude,
why not break a couple of those into a series and
80 million on the first weekend.
Oh yeah.
That's people coming to see a character, man.
Yeah.
And they will. You know, that's why we're going to get more. So, you know, even the last one didn't do that good right away, but fuck, this one, that's pretty much a home run for what they spend on them. So,
right.
And
I do
one
like weekend.
I love the nun character. I love Valak. I think Valak is strong, scary character still.
Mm-hmm.
And I did jump a couple of times watching this, you know, but it was those really loud, in your face kind of jump scares. Make you totally flip, you know, but
yeah.
Still, I mean, the story overall, it's I would have gone a different way with it, man. A little more, I don't know, man. It just didn't seem as dark and as demonic, as sinister. None of it. It was watered down.
Yeah. Well, since the first couple, a lot of them have been watered down. And I think that goes to what Colonel was saying, you know, because these have become more of a casual horror fans go-to series.
And this one, I'll tell you, this one comes out biting, man. Comes out
but then
intense. And then, it
really dumbs down.
Dials it down.
Yeah.
And since we're talking about jump scares and shit and cookie cutter, dude, I'm telling you, every jump scare I saw coming a fucking mile away because they're the same exact jump scares from the fucking Nun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, it was pathetic. I don't even shit on jump scares. Most horror movies are jump scares. Doesn't matter what it is. I mean, that's the cheap jump, the cheap scare. It's just.
And they make several attempts to try to top that epic scene where the shadow walks behind the picture and the fingers come out. It's done with, you might have seen it. They did a little clip. They showed it as part of a trailer. There's a magazine rack.
The door like this, and
the magazine rack though, when all the pages flip and they make the form of the.
You know it's coming. Even when they try to distract you, it's like, okay, when you come back, here it's going to fucking be.
Right.
Ding, ding, ding. There it fucking was.
It was almost like they took the Rob Savage fucking school. They went, okay, let's add a fourth beat to it this time. Then we'll hit him with it. You know, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. But Colonel was dead right. You can see it coming, and it's very predictable. You know, but if you're into this universe, you're into this character, you're gonna be okay with it. You're gonna be okay with it. It's worth seeing once at least.
But the DCS do not endorse like just a jump scare for no reason.
Like that bullshit. We don't want to see it.
I was waiting for the Sarge to be there. That's when I was gonna get her. That's how usually we clear her out of here.
I didn't think about that, but yeah.
I love that one, man.
I gotta hit the comments for a minute here. We got Dr. Smiley saying Indiana Jones versus Irene for the Ark of the Covenant. Yes.
That's money on Irene.
That's kind of what it's going for. Well, anymore, yeah. Indiana Jones is 80-something years old. Grizzly says, most horror anymore are sleepers. And
we expect
studios, right. And studios don't like the possibility of losing money.
Sure,
so they go with the safe rehash. I think this series, though, has earned the right to try some new shit.
Colonel, didn't you post that, Colonel? The meme of the Warner Brothers walking into the cow that was completely sucked dry already. And they're like, all right, girl, here we go. And he's got like a dozen buckets. He's ready to keep milking the fucking same cow again.
Conjuring.
Yeah, Conjuring.
No, that wasn't me. I'll take credit for it.
Okay.
But
I saw that too, yeah.
Yeah. holy shit. I mean, and that's what it is. And they're going for it. But man, damn, they lost. I don't know if it was a director of photography. I don't know if it was the set director here, but where the fuck was that atmosphere we had at that Abbey? Was it St. Charles in the first one or something like that?
Yeah,
And
something like that.
That one, oh my God. I mean, it's uneasy the entire time you're in it. Every time you go near it.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
watched the
just
first
nothing.
one again right before I went to see it on Thursday. And
None
yeah,
of that. None of that here.
You're
Seconds,
right.
fragments.
You're right. I like the characters in this one, though, a little bit more.
Okay. I can't argue. They got more to work with here. It is
Right.
more going on here because there is
Right. Luke says horror gatekeeping has gotten so out of control. Totally agree. Yes, it's hard to express. It's not just horror though. It's hard to express any opinion anymore
Wait a minute.
without somebody coming along and shitting on you.
Does he mean us? Gatekeeping?
No,
Of course he does.
no.
Well, I'm telling you. No.
Underrated. Rick says, I had fun with it too, or I had fun with it. No, it wasn't amazing, but worth the popcorn and time. Definitely like Talk to Me a lot better. Yes. Yes.
And that was much more.
And even
original.
Talk to Me wasn't a wholly original idea, but it was done well.
Rick, let me ask you this. Do you agree with my assessment of the atmosphere between the two Nun movies?
Yeah, there's a good question. BK wants to know, why isn't society ready for more horror icons? Did the 80s and early 90s ruin it for horror forever?
It's just hard, man.
Because
They
you
tried.
had such icons.
Yeah. I mean, come on, the Gorton's Fisherman and I Know What You Did Last Summer, you don't have it. You don't have it. You know?
No.
I would think Russ Thorne from Slumber Party Massacre would have been a good choice to bring back as a supernatural. Keep that going for a while. But no, they changed the whole fucking thing. They gave that motherfucker a guitar with a drill on it, and that was dead as dead after that.
See, I think it's just more options for entertainment now. People's attention spans aren't quite what they used to be. I mean, hell, early 2000s, I could watch a dude get beheaded for real on the fucking internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not
It's
saying
out
I
there.
did those, but watch that shit. But you bet your ass I was on fucking Rotten.com looking at all that fucked up shit.
That was that website, rotten.com.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So I just think really people are desensitized to it, and that's luckily though. I do think horror is making a comeback.
Yeah,
Finally, after
I do too.
25 years.
We've got talent in it again. You know, behind the cameras again. You know, behind the pens and the paper.
Well,
again.
and also honestly, the studio system is kind of falling apart.
That's true.
So you don't need a huge studio behind you to really make some noise. If you have some clever marketing and you have enough drive and gusto to push, and I've got a perfect example coming up. You can make some noise. Dr. Smiley says it right there. Art the Clown is the only recent character to become an icon, in my opinion.
Man.
I'm still not ready to put him at icon status yet.
It doesn't matter because
But we'll see.
Society has already deemed this such. So our opinion, it's beyond our opinion now. Therefore, he's already here. Dude.
I think
I still see too much debate about it. He needs at least one more movie, maybe two.
He's got it, and
I
maybe
think
more.
I think he's got it, man. I'm with Zag on this one.
I know.
It's beyond. It's transcended us now. I mean, we have no more say in it. Obviously, yes, I say yes, he is, but I don't know, man. The debates are getting quieter, a lot quieter than they were.
Right.
I wanted Leslie Vernon behind the mask, the rise of Leslie Vernon to be one too. That is another one I thought could have been great. It was so
another
smart.
one, Victor Crowley, I thought.
Victor
after
Crowley.
watching the first Hatchet movie, I thought that was going to take the fuck off.
I think
We have 4 films, but it's like, as far as like mainstream horror, man, he never caught on like I thought he would.
both of those were too tongue-in-cheek humorish or humorous to be taken as serious icons, though.
I see what you're saying, but
Especially Leslie Vernon.
You know,
Now, if they had made 2 or 3 more movies with him, cool. But
and they tried. God damn it, the crowdfunding just wasn't there yet, man. It just wasn't. But I mean, he was one that came along. What was that? 2006. So I mean,
yeah.
It definitely qualifies for what this is.
But that was the dead zone of horror.
There was nothing. There was nothing coming at that time. Yes.
except for fucking zombie movies.
We had zombie movies.
I can't get there.
I'm falling in love with that woman.
I couldn't get there fast enough.
I was on it too, and I was like, "Is he gonna push it?" All right. Yes, but I mean,
was all the way at the top with the jump scare.
I just really was so impressed with that movie. You know, I mean, I really want him to be like we're like arts level. You know what I mean? But art is there. Art is doing it. I mean, Harry Warden, My Bloody Valentine was another one I thought, oh, here we go. He's gonna make it in here now too, and then nope, he never did.
They tried.
Well, they did a remake. I know they did a script and a treatment, but
yeah,
they didn't have their ducks in line for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what does our audience say? I see 100 comments out there.
I'm working on it. Tarek says, I saw a couple of my favorite reviewers who both hated the first, but said Nun 2 was redemption.
It's just deeper, especially if you are a Catholic. With 8 years of catechism, you'll probably be like, oh yeah, this story's pretty good. You know, it's pretty deep. But I just, after the atmosphere, I understand, man, because that was slow burn personified, Nun 1. But it just was so good with that feeling. I mean, you can almost smell that fucking Abbey. That's how fucking alive it was.
Well, and even though it was, the first one was, I think, more heavily steeped in the jump scares than this one was.
Really?
They worked a little bit better in the first one because the atmosphere was set up.
I think Frenchie got me the worst. Earlier on.
Yeah.
Save me, sister.
Yeah. No, that was good.
When fucking actually it rattled my popcorn. I was like, holy fuck, they got me.
And Rick does agree with you on your question earlier.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Jeez.
I did kind of right at Rick.
A couple of people were talking about Rotten.com. Dr. Smiley.
Oh.
That takes me back.
Yeah.
That's old school, man. It's not even fucking around anymore.
What?
Sometimes Rotten.com and stick figure fights or some shit. Like my go-tos.
E-Bombs World was one too that had all that crazy shit.
Believe it or not.
They're still around, but they've all been purchased by big like Microsoft and shit, and then they just keep running it. But what the fuck, this shit, same shit you see on Facebook. There's nothing amazing here or nothing, nothing.
Right. Here we go. Bill says, fuck it, let's make a horror movie.
I'm in.
Yeah. And then
Let's get funding, Bill. Let's do this.
Dr. Smiley says, let's make one of me.
We got to come up with. We need to work on origins here. How did Dr. Smiley become Dr. Smiley? Do you have this worked out yet, bro?
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
I've got enough writing projects in my head already. I don't need a fresh one.
I'm asking. That's his assignment, Dr. Smiley.
Okay,
come
fair
up
enough.
with your background. We'll help. That'll be fun.
Yep, there we go. Luke mentioned, it sounds like he mentioned Victor Crowley maybe before we did.
Victor Crowley.
And Rick says yes. Leslie Vernon, Chef's Kiss. Bill, love all the Victor Crowley movies.
I love the gore of the Victor Crowley movies. I do think they were a little silly. They're not scary at all.
No,
but
not at all.
that's the fun of it. It's just the kills are just like, holy fuck. He stabbed him 275 times right there. Awesome. And we love Kane too, man. Horns up to Kane.
Okay, good. I'm not the only one that thinks this then. Rick says, definitely 1 was more creepy. Zig's right on with the atmosphere. 2 was, I think, Crank said, similar to Indiana Jones. Yeah. That just made me laugh because it just seemed like...
Well, yeah. Oh,
well,
yeah.
they kind of copied Indiana Jones to find the fucking thing.
Yeah.
To an extent, instead of having a fucking stick you held up, this I was there with a fucking flashlight.
Yeah, they were fine. They go shine a flashlight through the hole. I was just like, oh my god, really?
That went right to the first one. Yep. Where's the fucking Ark of the Covenant? Here, hold the medallion up.
I remember playing the Atari 2600 game with that, and you had to do that.
Dude, I just beat that like 2 weeks ago. I was so happy on my fucking rig over here.
Oh, did you play it?
I did.
Nice. I still got to do that. I haven't
couldn't
broken
believe
that
I
one out.
fucking beat the thing, dude. I remembered how to do it.
I just remember that one drop, like at the very early. You
got it
like
right away. You got
yeah.
to parachute right into that hole, or it's all over. You won't win.
Dr. Smiley says yes. He has a backstory for him. Let's go. And Rick says Victor Crowley is cool because of all the other icons with cameos. Yeah. That definitely helped that series for sure.
Well, Leslie Vernon too, dude, had the best cameos in it.
He had a couple of good cameos too,
man.
but
I mean, they had fucking cars and goddamn all kinds of props and shit.
yeah. All right. The finale of this movie, although it's even already been kind of touched upon, seems like both of you guys thought it was fairly weak. Colonel, your estimation on the finale of this?
Yeah, you kind of said it better myself. You just said fucking weak. It was weak. It was lazy filmmaking, dude. Like I said, it was. It's like, hey man, can I copy off your homework? Yeah, but don't make it look like you copied. So like we got the same fucking answer. They just didn't want a different route to fucking get it. It was essentially the fucking same. I just thought that was weak as fuck.
All right. How about you, Ziggy?
I wholeheartedly concur with the Colonel on this. I mean, I was like, you know what I mean? We go to these movies, we get through the first 2 acts, and I'm going like, all right, I'm either looking at a 7 or I'm looking at a 5. Depends what this third act's going to do here. Yeah. And then they did that. I wasn't impressed, man. I was bummed. Man, you know what I mean? Just disappointed with it. Nothing stood out about that ending to me. You know, it was just like, oh, really, man? That's what we're gonna do here? Really?
Now,
okay, go ahead, Colonel.
No. I'm gonna stick in the third act. I'm just gonna walk a little bit away from the fucking ending. Now, I did find it way more enjoyable than I should have watching nuns and little girls go flying around this fucking place. That shit was funny, man.
Well, we always laugh at the wrong shit, though. I mean, that's nothing new.
I know, but it was fucking fun. I was like, oh shit.
That's true.
Then I got fucking weak. There we go.
I just the dispatching of our villain was just complete bummer, letdown. Just
Yeah. Agreed.
What else can you say? You know what I mean? Come on, they fucking fumbled. You fumbled it. You fucked it up.
But there was a lot that I liked in the first and second act that held it together for me.
Okay. All right.
I did not like the third act at all. But
yeah, fucking none, dude.
You know what wasn't weak about the third act? Irene's chin. Dude. Come on, someone can do that shit.
There it is.
All right. Well, let's just rank it and get it the fuck out of the way so we can get to our actual rankings. Ziggy, 0 to 10. The Nun 2.
Yeah, man. It just a shadow of the first incantation of this story. Even with a little bit of deeper character development and setup for future story, I was still disappointed with this, and it's not even like a good Empire Strikes Back in the middle kind of cliffhangery, nothing, man. This is just fucking no atmosphere. Couple of good kills. It's shocking at the beginning, and then just 5.5. 5.5.
5.5. All righty. How about you, Colonel?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Zach. The atmosphere was not there. That was there in the first Nun. And he's right. I mean, let's be honest. Like, you like to see a gradual climb to get to that top. Man, they started you right fucking up here, and it just went poof, all the way fucking down. Again, man, okay, so we know this is a part 2 in the trilogy. You know what was great about Empire Strikes Back? The Empire won. Ended on a fucking down note.
Yeah.
This ends happy as shit, like fucking always. Oh, everything's great. Yay! Well, we know it's bullshit because if you watch the Conjuring movies, some shit's going to hit the fan in 1971. Like, okay, whatever. And the jump scares were, like I said, just fucking predictable, ineffective. Apparently, except for Zach, because he must be a poos if he's fucking jumping at these jump scares, because there was nothing scary about him.
I saw, like you said, I saw it coming, dude, and it just basically he's just normal, and then all of a sudden it's snap, and he's a demon face screaming at full blast right into the fucking screen. I was, oh, okay.
Well, you got to move away from the speakers, man. You got to sit a little more in the middle.
I was, man. I was like, I think I might have been a little just high, maybe, or something, but it woke me to fuck up for sure. I was ready to go after that.
No, but Crank, you persuaded me. As much as you like this, you persuaded me not to change my rating. I'm getting it a fucking 5. Right down the middle, like Rick said best. It was worth the money. Granted, I had enough points to get in for free. I didn't have to pay for my ticket, so I was out $20 for my concessions. I got my $20 worth, man. I had my pop and I had my popcorn, and it was a watch. It was middle of the road.
Large pop, medium popcorn, and the ticket, $15 with my points and benefits, of course.
Goddamn. All right.
Yeah.
It's hard to say anything about this movie after you guys have jumped on it like this. Like I said, I really, really enjoyed most of the characters. I thought the characters were well done and acted well, and they fit for what it was. I don't know how that happened, but okay. I thought the first couple of acts were well, and then that third act was just a letdown. So, but I have such hope for where they're taking this, because we know what at least part of the conclusion is going to be with this story. Some of it anyway.
It almost destroys Lorraine Warren. I mean, yes.
Yeah, at least with Maurice's story.
Yeah.
We know where that's going to end. And we don't know if that's going to, be the end of Sister Irene's story. And it's obviously not the end of Lorraine. It's not great, but
Indiana Irene.
It doesn't end her. Indiana Irene. Stop. I would give this a 6, I think. I've been kind of debating back and forth whether or not I liked this more than I liked the original Nun. But like I said, I'm kind of back and forth on that, and I don't exactly know where I'm going to end with that one. So it's pretty close, I think, but we'll have to find out. So, all right, so a 6, a 5.5, and a 5. Is that right? So basically rounds out to a 5.5, just barely above average according to the DCS.
What the fuck do we know?
Yeah,
Go
what the
see
hell
it.
do we know?
Let us
Yeah,
know
go
how
see
wrong
it.
we are.
yeah, go see it and let us know what you think about it. Give us your score. If any of you have seen it, let's see. Rick says 6.5 for him. You're more of a fan of these films than we are, though. I think you know, and that's fine, and I get that. So
Yeah, I can understand. I guess I slightly overhyped it a bit. I wanted it to be better.
I always want it to be better, but
Yeah, I like the trailer a lot.
it seldom is.
Dude, the trailer sold this movie.
Dude,
It sold the hype to me.
Whoever did that one, I was like,
thinking we were gonna get something a little bit different.
yeah.
I wasn't expecting to reinvent the fucking wheel, but I was expecting a little bit more.
And I was surprised how, I don't know. It's called The Fucking Nun. And not a whole lot, really.
Not a whole lot of none.
You know what it is, though? I think it's the Conjuring 3. They did try to reinvent the fucking wheel with that one. And
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
half
and
hour
also-
too long, too.
And also the Curse of La Llorona was an offshoot that I don't think they needed. But whatever. Let me see.
Yeah.
There we go. Tarek says that's always surreal when it's like whoever directed this trailer should have done the movie. Right.
Totally, because they nailed it this time,
Right.
albeit giving away some good stuff at the same time. Some of the best stuff of the movie, which, I guess is inevitable. It's always pleasant when they, the trailer's good and they don't give you anything.
Yeah. Bill says, wow, Crank, you must be smoking some of Zag's shit. Not today. No, my legs are still exactly where they need to be.
I don't think crazy. Yeah, anytime soon.
That stuff
No.
was incredible, man.
Not really. Yeah. Put me on my ass. Literally. All right. Rick Holdam Enchilada Podcast says, not really. I do give higher scores on a lot. LOL, my type of horror is 80s slashers. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. Living through the 80s slashers, all of it, I was right there, baby, on the fucking wave break. And I feel the same way. It gets no better than that wave of movies.
BK says, what kind of meat do priests eat? None.
Fuck you!
Thank you, BK.
That's not true. They don't eat none. They eat meat whistles. No?
All right. Now, we have to go through
Yes.
and start ranking all the films, all 9 films in the Conjuring universe. And we have about 30 minutes to do this in. for all
Oh,
three
there's
of us.
plenty of fucking time.
Plenty of time.
Colonel, we're going to start with you.
Ooh, I get to go first. All right. I think I know why you want to go first.
Nobody gives a fuck about stealing thunder here.
No, there's no thunder to be fucking stolen. I think these lists are going to be
No, we
fairly
skipped you.
similar.
We skipped you last time we did a rank. You didn't want to go first because you only had 5, so we had to shuffle things around.
Oh, whatever. All right. So I'm gonna start off.
Am I the only one that
Warning
pays
people.
attention to this shit?
I know. I'm going to warn you guys. The first 2 and the last 2 are pretty much going to be the same on my list, no matter how many times we fucking do it, because I know we're going to do this again. Everything in between, you could jumble it around, and I wouldn't fucking argue. I'd be like, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. Print it. So coming in at number 9, I got the Curse of La Llorona. La Llorona. That's right. So, I mean, what is there? I'm not going to go into details on this shit. I'm pretty much just going to tell you guys. You've seen them. Coming in at number 8 is Annabelle. Jesus, those 2 fucking duds are out of the way. But there's more duds. Coming in at number 7, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. So, correction, 7, 8, and 9 will not change. Now, this one was a fucking letdown. I'm not going to lie. I'm so disappointed in this one. All right, here's the one where you can rotate them, and I really don't give a shit. You're not wrong. Coming at number 6, The Nun 2. Coming in at number 5, The Nun. I'm a Zag. I think the original atmosphere is better than 2. That's why it's literally they're neck and neck. They're right there.
Yeah.
Fuck, you show them my list or something?
No. Coming in at number 4, Annabelle Comes Home. Coming in at number 3, Annabelle Creation. Which I feel is a pretty good fucking movie, actually. And number 2, The Conjuring 2. And number 1, if this isn't your number 1, you're smoking double what Zach smokes, The Conjuring. There's no way any other movie could beat that. That one actually fucking
Yes,
had jumping all over the place in the theater when I first seen it. That's still the best one, hands down.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. All right. I can't get to it.
It's up there.
There it
It's
is.
in there.
Good list.
Dang you.
It is.
Yeah,
Good list.
yeah. All right. I get to go next, it looks like.
I don't care.
Well, you went first last week.
Last time I went first.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're at the bottom.
I think we got. Well, I don't know. You might have something different at the top of yours. Can't imagine what it would be.
I do,
Let me see.
actually.
Oh, I got it.
You got it?
I think.
All right. All right. Number 9 for me. Yes. The Curse of La Llorona. Sorry, I can't say it correctly. I'm super white. Can't help it. Number 8 for me. Yes, just like Colonel. A Letdown. The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. Number 7. This one bugged me. Annabelle Creation. I don't know why it bugged me so much, but it did. Number 6. This most recent one, The Nun 2. Not much better than the last one that they put out. Number 5 for me, The Nun. 5, by the way. 5, Colonel. There you go. All right. Number 4, Annabelle Comes Home. Now, here's where I get to piss Colonel off.
You're wrong, son. Number 2 is not better than number 1.
Number 3, The Conjuring.
Now I know you're smoking Zag shit. Because you're sleeping on that one. You're fucking sleeping on it. That's how I know you smoke.
I just watched it again. I literally just watched it again, like after The Nun 2.
Wait a minute.
I'm not as in love with this one as everybody else is.
What's that, Colonel?
Fuck you!
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. I wish we were able to do this next week so we could have watched all these again, and it may have adjusted my list slightly, but I'm going off what I remember and what I was able to, piece together from our old list, basically. But number 2, Let the Hate Begin. I like the first Annabelle. I like the first Annabelle movie. Oh, did I screw up your...
No, I was right.
Oh, you were right?
That's correct.
All right. And then number 1 for me is The Conjuring 2. And like I said a couple years ago when we first did this list, minus obviously The Nun 2, I have a stupid reason for liking The Conjuring 2 more. And that was I believed in Ed and Lorraine's relationship a ton more in the second one than I have in any of the other ones. And one of the big scenes was where he's singing Elvis to her. It was just a very endearing scene. And you could tell that those actors were, you could tell they were focusing on a relationship in that, and it worked. So that would be my list for the Conjuring universe.
Good list.
So.
I was just about to
jeez.
click that, and I'm glad I didn't.
You guys went nuts on the comments for a minute.
But he's got a list. Oh shit, 146, 147.
What the hell? All right. Eileen says, did you know about the nun with snot on her sleeve? She had a dirty habit. Are we gonna go? Are we gonna do a bunch of Catholic jokes now?
Might as well.
All right. Rick says, I guess this is his list. He goes, The Conjuring, Annabelle Comes Home, Annabelle Creation, The Nun, The Conjuring 2, The Nun 2, The Conjuring 3, and he's never seen La Llorona.
Yeah.
Corona.
We had to.
Yeah, we had to watch it.
Yeah, you don't need to watch it. You're not missing anything.
No, you're not.
Wow.
Bill gives your list an 8.5, Colonel.
All right. So I knew me and Bill would get along. Even though I wasn't in New Mexico. I knew him get along just fine.
We'll get him down there.
Corey's back. What's up, Corey? Where are you?
Corey.
So good to see you, man. Wish we could have connected while we were passing through Philly a few months ago, but maybe some other time. He says, been super busy lately, but enjoying being here again and seeing DCS come up with a horror version of My Sharona. Rock on, guys. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm surprised we didn't make that an actual music video, but
It's hard, man.
those are hard. Christopher says, in New Mexico, La Llorona is the ditch witch.
Ditch witch. That's scary.
Luke says, I'm not a big fan of the style of horror, but would it be recommended to at least watch a few? The only Conjuring I like is the Megadeth song.
Yeah. I would say watch the first two Conjuring movies so you can tell Crank he's wrong and I'm right.
God damn.
Well, maybe my list will validate one of you.
Your list doesn't validates nothing.
Validates nothing?
I don't know.
It validates nothing. My list validates.
Bill says, yes, Crank must have smoked some of Zag's shit. 7.5 from my list.
Oh, boy.
Did you... No, I didn't say that. DK says, did you tell me to shut the funk up? I'm old, can't hear so much. No, I don't think I did. Did I? I think I just shook my head on your joke.
Oh. I don't know, man.
Corey says also, and fingers crossed, Eli Roth's Thanksgiving delivers. Teaser has me feeling hopeful. Yes.
Dude, I'm super hopeful for that fucking movie. Ever since I seen Grindhouse in the theater, I was like, I want to see that fucking movie. Here we are 15 years later, we finally getting it.
I think he knows what we want with that, and I think we're going to be enjoying that one. I look forward to that one for sure.
Of course, Christopher says, I agree. Conjuring 2 is the best. See?
You're wrong, Christopher. Don't feed into his fucking ego, dude.
All right. Weren't we just talking about gatekeeping at the beginning of the show?
I bet what he's wanting to say is
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Like I said, our audience, there's no right or wrong answers for our audience.
No.
You fuckers can be wrong.
Okay, fair enough. Tarek says, Crank be rating horror movies on the character growth, which is against the curriculum. You might be right, man. You might be right. And he also says, I agree with Zag. Eli knows what we want with that. I hope so. Speaking of Zag, it's time for your mediocre list. So
my list that doesn't matter. Remember, Colonel said it doesn't matter.
I'm just kidding. At this point, does it?
Right. These guys already threw your list. It's the same fucking 9 movies. It's probably going to be the same order as some of these two idiots. So, at number 9, it's The Curse of La Llorona. My Llorona. Yeah, this one, why did it even have to be part of it? Such a distant connection to it. It's so...
Well, but there is the argument that it's not part of it.
Number 8, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Yeah, they went a different way with this one. And to some degree, there was some success with it. But overall, it's too long, and it's just not as captivating as the other two. Two of the, in my opinion. Oh, I fucked up. Crank. Go
Huh?
to. I fucked up.
Just say it.
My number 4 is what's next.
Huh?
What the hell? That's a big jump.
Well, they're switched. 7 and 4 are switched. Supposed to be switched.
Really?
I'm looking at my list, and yeah, I copied it and recopied it. I think I grabbed the wrong one.
Just say what.
Number 7 is Annabelle Creation.
Okay.
Yes, the worst of the Annabelle movies. It's annoying. One of you guys said annoying. That's absolutely a fucking
That was me.
Perfect analogy of that movie. Yeah, moving on. Number 6, The Nun 2. I'm just disappointed, man.
What the fuck, dude? Yeah, you sent me like a jacked up list then, dick.
It's reversed. Number 6 is The Nun 2, though. Yeah, the second one I sent you is the one I'm off of. So yeah, it just didn't have anything the first one did. At number 5, The Nun.
What?
Yes. So just listen to me. You'll hear what I'm saying then.
Yeah, I guess.
The atmosphere was the king in the first one. It's probably some of the best in the whole franchise in this first Nun movie. But it needed a little bit more to get up higher in the score. Number 4, it's Annabelle Comes Home. Yes, I kind of dug this one. I liked the introductions of the other characters. That's all they used this for, was a vehicle to launch a couple other things. We want that ferryman. We need the ferryman. Ferryman is scary. The Hellhound is stupid, especially if you do it CGI like you did it.
Yeah, the Hellhound looks like shit.
Terrible. Bad idea. Number 3, Annabelle. It's a scary fucking doll, man. You know, and we had the Raggedy Anns around here. We've told the story. We tortured my little sister with this Raggedy Ann doll, making it sit up in her, using a string under a rug to her cradle where she was sitting. Little sister walks in, 4 years old, maybe 5. Make the doll sit up. Screams for hours. Didn't sleep in the room for weeks. Pat in the back for me and my bro.
After
Annabelle
meeting your
number
brother, I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
And that's a compliment to him.
This is life,
I'm
bro.
not shocked.
Number 2, and this is where the controversy is. Whose list do I validate? Who do I like more? The Conjuring 2 at number 2. There it is. Yes. Because I dig it.
That's the vanilla choice.
I agree with you
the
that
vanilla choice.
there's a little bit more with the Warrens working and how they were doing things, but number 1, The Conjuring, the one that started it all, it had the best on this list anyway. All the things I like, the atmospheres, the right amount of jump scare, right amount of story, and you're rooting for them. Only thing with this one, not a lot of people die in this one. Wasn't that one of the bitches we had with The Conjuring?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody kind of gets fucked up a little bit, but nobody really gets killed. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Conjuring is the king of the crowd there. So, Colonel, who says my list is invalid, these nuts.
I was just bullshitting with you, man. Let's tell you about.
My homie.
All right. Good list. There's Ziggy.
I think I want to see I want to see Quentin Tarantino direct something in the Conjuring universe, something like that. I mean, we need something jaw-dropping to really, really make this fucker rise up.
I just like to see
Tarantino is
one more horror film, man.
It's not gonna happen, man. Tarantino's gonna
I
make one
know
more
it's
movie.
not going to happen. I would like to
He's
see
done.
it.
He is done, and it's probably gonna be something about feet. If I had to
There'll be
guess.
some feet in it.
Yes.
Okay, you need to close that other screen, whatever you're doing right now.
No, you guys need to talk so I can
Okay.
finish fixing whatever your janky list was that you sent.
What do you want to see next, Colonel, from the Conjuring universe?
I always hear the ferryman, but we're not going to get it.
You don't think we'll ever get it?
I think we'll get it eventually. It's just going to take so long to fucking get it.
I got 80 million reasons to tell you why we're going to get it.
Oh, yeah. Well, by the time we get it, it's going to be like 52 million reasons.
Yeah, right. I don't really know what their plan is and how they're laying out this Conjuring universe from this point out, you know? Because they don't really say anything like that. I'm sure we'll get a Conjuring 4. Avengers. That's got to be next, wouldn't you
I
think?
think that is next. That's
Yeah.
what they seem to be teasing at the
Yeah.
end credits. I know you missed it, but that's essentially what they were teasing.
Okay, I mean that's.
I don't know,
I'm sure I
man.
can look it up.
It just kind of sucks that the Conjuring movies are going so well because we all know New Line is the house that Freddy built.
Mm.
And as long as they're still making this kind of money, they're never going to go back to Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, of course not. You
I would really like to see them take another shot because there's no reason why they shouldn't take another shot.
It's what I'm
Not
afraid of.
unless-
It's getting a little bit too long since that fucking Rings movie came out. They're gonna fucking forget and try to reboot that shit again.
Oh God, don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah, there's got to be another Annabelle film that'll come out at some point.
I think
You know,
we're
they're gonna-
Annabelle's
they're gonna-
enough, man. Jesus Christ, there's fucking 3 of them.
I think you should stop at 3 on all of them. Really, I mean, character wise, Conjurings you can do as many as you can, but character wise, you shouldn't go beyond fucking 3 fucking movies. Have them have cameos, of course, but come on. I want one more good Nun movie. Give us the Return of the Jedi that we praise.
Fuck that, man.
Luke wants the Discord page info. Faze, can you help him out with that, please?
Face.
And Bill gives Zig's list an 8.3. So there you go.
Colonel is the
I'm a
king,
top guy tonight. I'll take it.
according to Bill.
No, I thought Ziggy got highest.
No, I got 8.5.
You got 8.5.
Oh, did you get 8.5?
I got 8.3.
Goddamn right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. All right, fair enough. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, speaking
Victim.
of-
Hey, there we go. Victim No More. What's going on, Victim No More? Thanks for
Hey.
tuning in. Top 3 for them is Conjuring 1 and 2 and Annabelle Creation.
There's Annabelle Creation right in there. All right, see? Never know.
It's all subjective, man.
It's all
Everybody has their own.
Victim No More, a Friday the 13th fan film. If you're interested, folks, it's out there.
Yeah.
Free on YouTube.
Definitely go check it out. Luke says Quentin is all talk though. He was supposed to do a Halloween movie, in talks for a Friday the 13th movie at one point. Talks horror, all talk, no walk. Just my opinion.
Well, he did give us
They gave us Death Proof.
Death Proof is it, I think.
But I'll be
Well,
honest,
and From
the
Dusk
first
Till
half of
Dawn.
Death Proof is only worth a damn. And I know he did, and he wrote Dusk Till
He
Dawn.
wrote
Wrote
From
it,
Dusk
right?
Till
Yeah,
Dawn.
he wrote that one. Got the stick Selma Hayek's foot. That's the whole reason
That's all he wanted to do.
why he's like, I wrote myself a character in this. Robert, what do you think? Ah, great. Quentin, great, yeah.
Dr. Smiley says the next movie should be Annabelle Visits the Titty Twister.
Wow.
Okay.
Look it, stuffed pussy.
Tarek says there is another Annabelle. They just rebooted it and called her Barbie.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yikes.
I said that movie wasn't bad, man.
Wait a minute. Would we add stuffed pussy or would it be doll pussy to that list that Cheech does?
No, she makes it very clear in the movie that she doesn't have a vagina. You have to see it. It's weird me talking about it on a horror show with you guys that have not seen it. But all right, move on. Let's go on.
I'm trying to go through the comments here, man.
Doll pussy.
Nope, wrong one. Bill says, have any of you guys been to the Zach Bagans Museum in Vegas? It's wild.
I have
Yeah.
not, but I've heard good things about it. I heard it's worth visiting.
I will once we get to
Yeah.
Vegas at some point, which hopefully
Yeah.
next year, if we can.
There's a few cons out there that we've been brushing with. Maybe they'll hire us. We'll
Yeah.
get down there.
We'll try to make our time work out there.
I totally love to go to that. I've never been.
Yeah, I'd like to check it out. And I want to go check out that other museum there too that Kane's friend has.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just did Talk Scary to Me with Danielle and Scout. Just did a live podcast there a couple months ago.
We haven't seen Danielle in a fucking year and a half now, or something like that.
I know she probably misses us by now.
Used to see her like we were every other week. We were like, here we are.
Hey.
And it's funny, we had an awesome bit with Danielle that got lost.
Yep. Right along with that other bit we were talking about last week.
That bit ain't lost. I still got that Danielle one. I know I got that one. I've seen that one.
Okay.
The audio's gone, isn't it? What the fuck?
what?
Let's look at the master list here.
Look at Curse of La 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 La.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's pretty safe to say that the Curse of La Llorona is the absolute worst.
Is the ass of the Conjuring Universe.
Is the butt plug of the Conjuring Universe. It's there, but it shouldn't be there. All right. We're all pretty close in opinion on The Devil Made Me Do It.
Too long.
7 and 8 for all of us there. 2 against Annabelle Creation and 1 against Annabelle.
Oh, right.
But then 6 and 5 and 4.
Oh.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, you fixed it. Good job.
Yeah, that's why I was staticky, you prick.
Oh, thanks. I don't know what happened. I sent it to you. I read
Yeah,
it
you
off my fucking phone.
Sent it to me fucking, like, how many times, though?
I don't know.
Because I remember getting one, and then it was like, oh, wait.
I said, send the next one, and that was the one I was leaving the fucking theater, for fuck's sake.
But then everything kind of goes to hell between Conjuring 2, and Annabelle, basically, so. And Annabelle Creation.
Annabelle Creation. Look at Annabelle on Colonel's list is way the fuck up at the top.
Yeah.
I did not like Annabelle, man. I thought it was boring as shit.
It was the Creation one, though, that I thought was ass.
I might have gotten mixed up. Like I said, if I had a chance to rewatch these, I would have.
Yeah.
Again,
I
that's
think
fine, because I think it still would have been, maybe Creation would have been an 8, and the other one been down here. I don't think
Right.
it would have made
I don't know.
much different.
We know how you think, and I'm looking at my list going like, huh, it's too much of a variance for, and I think we just screwed them up.
I think you got them mixed up. I think you need to go back and watch them again.
Yeah.
Tonight,
Creation,
before you go to bed.
I don't have time tonight. What the fuck?
And then we'll get back on and we'll talk about it. Speaking of getting back on, we're going to be on again tomorrow night. We're going to play some Friday the 13th, man. And we're going to stream that. And
you'll see the actual game being played, probably
Yeah.
off of Crank's
PlayStation
camera, I think. Yeah. So you'll follow him, but you'll be able to hear us.
Yeah.
And
and FaZe, our esteemed associate producer, had put together a pretty good little anniversary clip. We're going to show that to you guys right now. We'll be back in just a few.
Get your...
The names
I'm
are
absolutely
awful.
shocked. They're awful, but I'm shocked at all the hate coming at these movies.
Well, they've said all they've said is that the storyline for Michael and Laurie will be wrapped up.
Yes. Here, Jason.
Oh, it fucking flipped.
You flipped it?
Yeah, since Colonel flipped the car, he can wait for the cops.
I did not flip the fucking car. I was really fucking rude.
Look at that name. You see that name that just came in here?
As the late, great Bernie Mac used to say, welcome, welcome, God damn it, welcome. It's Monday Maniacs. We're back on the air. Crank's dancing. This thing's crazy, folks. It's crazy, I tell you.
Miss Haley Greenbauer, how are you, dear? Mr. Drew Leedy, Miss Debra Corey,
Mr. John Fury. John, welcome to the show. Mr. Bill Randolph, the final girl herself, Dr. Amy Steele. Welcome to the show, ma'am. Miss Lauren Marie Taylor.
I would like to welcome you to the debut episode of Death Curse Society's Curse Your Luck, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
my God.
Oh, yeah.
That
Shit. Right.
Oh, yes. Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Woo!
Woo!
A's wonderful. Amazing.
Excellent work.
Give it to him.
I don't know. I enjoyed making
There
it.
it is.
I don't know. There you go.
I mean, it's just funny to look back on that and all those hours and days and weeks and years we spent playing Friday the 13th, a game like that. And
Oh, dude, it's crazy. So many
You-
streams.
You were able to see how many hours I had on Friday the 13th the other night? What was it? Like 1,700 or something? Or more.
Yeah, it was right around there. It was like 1,700, 1,800. It was a shitload.
That's insane to me.
And we'd be sitting in there with a full room of 8 people usually, like
Oh,
that.
for hours.
For all fucking night, man. Like,
Yeah, all night long. I mean, fuck, I wouldn't even get home till 3 in the morning, and we'd play till 5, 6, 7 a.m.
Yep.
So Colonel change shifts and start backing out, but yeah, that's how it all started.
All right,
Man.
boys, I'm going to first shift. I paid my dues. Bye.
Yeah.
And we never saw Colonel again.
That's right.
That video was interesting. We heard there's a few voices. Some of the other people we used to game with appeared in there. I heard, which is kind of neat. There was a whole cast of characters that rolled through those lobbies with us, and we'd invite people in to play with us too. Let them into our private chat. So.
But these four four happen to be the best that we could come up with to form this show. Amazing.
Pathetic.
This is the yeah.
Fucking pathetic.
You wrung out the
crazy, man, is I forgot those pandemic streams.
Yeah.
Boy, I was fat as fuck and wild as fuck. I can't believe how much weight I've lost.
Well, and your beard was like.
Well, it was pandemic.
It was
beard
bigger.
again.
Yeah, you couldn't even see. You couldn't even see your neck.
Yeah, it was like.
But that's going to be tomorrow night. We're going to relive some of that shit for a little while.
Tomorrow night we're gonna go in. We gotta do a few escapes. We gotta do a couple of kills.
Man,
and
we haven't been able to do a kill ever since they updated that shit. So we gotta really, really try.
Well, and we gotta do Trapdoor Spider, and we have to do a Death from Above.
Trapdoor Spider.
We gotta
and
try
Death
them
from
both.
Above.
Yep.
Oh my god, man.
So yeah.
So long now. Fuck. Because now when we play, we don't go for kills anymore. It's literally just escapes. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Mostly, yeah. But
they nerfed up Jason. They made him fucking harder to kill.
Harder.
After we set the world record of 31 kills.
That we think. No one's done research into it.
Who else is going to do that for 10 fucking hours and just kill Jason?
I can't believe I started meaning to play that game for fucking 8 hours. I didn't even last the 10. I was like, I gotta fucking go.
Well, I was late getting there, so because
10
I think I
hours.
was at work that night before when it first started.
Hours, man. I have the sheet. I still have the sheet.
Yeah, 31 kills in a straight 10-hour stream. It's not on our channel though, so it's hard to find.
We're not telling you which channel it's on. Fuck that.
No,
it's
we're
out
not.
there, but yeah, you have to do a little bit of research to find it. Just look for.
No,
don't even plug
I
it.
can't even say it because
We're gonna let FaZe plug it. Hey FaZe, what channel is that on?
No.
I'm good.
Yeah, click.
Oh, okay.
No, it's out there if you want to see it. Just world record. Blah blah blah.
All right. Yeah. Tarek says, sweet. Looking forward to watching some of the gameplay. I think it'll be fun. It'll be a nice little...
Yeah.
We've been playing a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre lately, so we haven't even... I have a feeling we're going to screw up the first couple of games of Friday when we get back in there.
Probably get
We'll
whacked.
relearn it all again. It'll be all right.
Yeah. It'll take a couple of games.
I'm terrible at Texas Chainsaw as well.
Dude, Texas Chainsaw's the shit. It's
Luke-
not good Friday, but it's the shit.
Well, they were giving me just after you went to bed. I was getting watch this gate, watch this battery, watch this valve, and just patrol this area and stay the fuck here and shut the fuck up. Okay, good.
That's our strategy when we're the killers.
Dude,
when we're the fans.
that's how I need to be. That's the kind of plot I need in a game like that. I can handle that. I can take one section and hold it down.
You handle your piece of land, I'll handle my piece of land, and then we got FaZe patrolling between all of them.
Yep. Leather facing it up, and I'd be like, "Hey, there's someone over here." We're just shouting, "There's someone here!" Here they are.
And then we converge briefly, and then we go back to our stations. You know,
We got one. Well, there was a couple of good games in there. We got killed them all.
Yeah,
Or at least made them disconnect, which is the same, just as good.
Yeah. Luke says about Friday, he says, it took me years to finally get good at Friday the 13th, the game, and now all the trolling on the Texas Chainsaw game. Dude, I am so disappointed in the state of gaming now, but I'm relatively new to gaming. I just bought this game 6 years ago, and...
Well, new to the current generation of gaming, at least.
Dude, trolling's been trolling since you could play online, man.
Yeah, but were we not pretty much immune to the trolls overall because we always had a full fucking room? We would go in with like 5 or 6 and only take on a couple of people and be set to counselors so they would be Jason so we could fucking kill them.
Right.
And
No, that was normally the
in our
case.
fucking midst right now, man. Like, what he does is troll.
We got the king of the trolls down here when it came
Usually
to...
I was the one fucking with Jason.
Yeah.
I got to figure it out for Texas yet, but...
Clickety, clickety, click. Yep. Well, you'll get some trolling tomorrow. I'm sure FaZe will be on his
Him,
game.
Yeah,
him running around
be
the
on
long
late.
table, teabagging constantly. That was great.
What's the best?
It's entertaining.
Kiara says, I've died more than escaped on that game, but I miss playing it. Yeah, it's.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun now.
Well,
So
you got a PS4, folks. You want to
Yeah.
join? I'm sure there'll be some spots. You want to
Yeah, absolutely.
Or unlike Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you can still play it on 5 and still cross-play with the people on PS4.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if Friday works like that. I guess
That's me throwing shade
Yeah,
at
it does.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre for that bullshit.
But there is no PS5 version of Friday, so...
True.
Yeah. Rick says the Horror Shed podcast with Brian and Jared just had their first anniversary. Excellent.
Oh, nice.
Happy anniversary to the Horror Shed podcast. Those guys actually, yeah. Go look them up as well, folks. Those guys, actually, they did an entire investigative series on a lot of the Warrens case files, including many of the ones that were in some of the movies. And I listened to that all the way to what was the last one we went to? New Jersey, I guess, in Detroit.
Yeah.
And I listened to a bunch of those on the way there and back, and those were some good stuff. They had some old clips from the Warrens on there, but look them up on YouTube and Spotify and all that stuff.
Debunk a bunch of things. You know, there's a lot of they get into the questions and the controversies of the whole thing and the whole experience. I mean, yeah, it's good listen.
Kiara says, oh God, I had a glitch where Jason grabbed me and floated away with me in his arms and died.
Oh no!
Sounds right.
Well, if you remember, I had a very similar glitch where Jason grabbed me and it glitched. And I was like, but I fucking Necronomicon my ass to the cops and got the escape.
Necronomicernal.
The Necronoma choke.
Necronomicernal is what we call it.
Yeah, because the entire time he was like, but floating in the air.
Floating.
I was going, dead my dawn.
When you got out though, because it walks like half the speed when you're in the choke. It's like you're crawling.
Right. God, that was amazing though. There were always some fucking great glitches on that game. The window glitch was one of my favorite.
Oh yeah.
We had 2 weeks where you could dive out of a window and hit the ground running.
Yep.
Jason had no fucking chance.
No fucking chance. It was great.
That was my favorite glitch of that one.
Yep. Rick says, guys, I went back and listened to all your old Spotify and most of your old YouTube since I found you. You guys have gotten tons better and have become destination viewing for me on Mondays. Man, thank you. We appreciate that. Loved meeting you, Crank, and look forward to meeting the other fellas at a Brown Cincinnati game, Colonel.
Right. They may be coming up to that museum here.
How I feel being in debt to people, and even if people are being nice, it's a pride thing. Let me try to swallow my pride, and I'll get back with you on that, Rick.
The next one's they play again later this year in Cincy, right?
Yeah, January. Last game of the regular game of the season in Cincy.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be cold as fuck. Not probably as cold as Cleveland, but cold as fuck.
Yeah. Luke says the problem with Texas Chainsaw Massacre game was the PC players cross-playing and cheating.
They say the patch fixed that, but I don't know because I haven't played on the PS4 version of these guys.
I've seen some videos. That's ridiculous, man.
They say that shit all the time. It's all fixed, and then you still see
we got patch notes. Like how they fuck the game up now.
Yeah.
Especially with gun media, it's not fixed. Trust me.
Well, and yeah, that's the great part about gun media because they'll release a patch and they'll fix the one thing that they released a patch for, and then 8 other things will break.
Plus 8 other things.
Yeah,
yeah.
Beautiful.
So
PC players.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
What?
Asshole!
Just making sure I heard that right. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Thank you, as always, for watching. Join us tomorrow night for our Friday the 13th game stream. It's going to be a little bit of a walk down memory lane. We'll be able to chat a little bit about, how we got started and all that stuff and go through those stories again.
Maybe some memories. Yeah, maybe some more memories pop up, be inspired. But without that and the actions of what you're going to see tomorrow, we don't have this at all, in any way.
No.
Not a chance.
Nope. And I would not be traveling the country with these guys and, taking Curse Your Luck on the road, hopefully more. Yes, Luke, tomorrow will be live on
YouTube.
Actually, it'll be just live on YouTube tomorrow because I think we can only stream to one.
Yeah, I think so.
It's PlayStation, so.
So, yes, it'll be live on our YouTube channel. I guess I should stress that. Point that out. But, happy 5th.
Again, open invite. If you guys play on PlayStation.
Exactly.
Yeah, hit us up. Let us know.
Play with up to 8. We would prefer a closed room anyway because it's more fun that way. We don't have what we call a random out there. Then again, if some of you are in there, we have room for a random. Then hopefully they become Jason, and we get to go kill them, and then you get to be part of the hunt with the DCS. So how fucking cool is that?
Right. But yeah, happy 5th anniversary, guys. This has been a ride.
I can't believe that it's already been 5 fucking years, man. It feels like we just fucking started this motherfucker, man.
It's unreal. 5 years.
Pretty crazy.
2017.
Wow.
Well, 2017 was when the game came out, right?
Well, right, yeah.
May,
We launched.
The launch was 18.
I know you know the date.
No, I can't forget the fucking date.
May 26th, right?
Don't say anything. Just I'll never forget.
We don't know.
Yeah. All right. Let's one last time. Let's thank our members. Thanks to our final girls and guys, Chris, Lorena, Tyrone. By the way, I believe most of you should have gotten your new member shirt. I did mine in blue. There we go. FaZe can show his off. Hold on. Throw that back up there.
Yeah, sure.
Get him solo.
There we go. I'm working on it there.
Oh,
there we go. Yeah.
See that we were a little bit. We never want. None of us are vain enough to put our own fucking faces on a shirt. And then we finally found a way to do it. I don't know.
I'm vain enough. You guys just outvote me. Well, that's
pretty cool.
But yeah, all the final girls and guys should have gotten theirs this week or last week, I guess, or the weekend. So thank you for that. If you are a final girl and guy, you get a free T-shirt from us every few months. So check out deathcursesociety.com. And they are member exclusives. They're not gonna be for sale ever or for a while. This one we may have to make for sale because
Right.
There's a lot of people asking about it, man.
I've been getting hit with a lot of people going, "Come on, dude, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
I was like,
This
"Join
one-
the club, man. Join the fucking membership.
Right.
You get it for free."
this one we might have to make this one for sale, but
I'm okay with that.
it'll be the first one and probably one of the few ones. But
Yeah, it'll be a dual role.
Yeah.
We'll have to clear it with our final guys and girls, but I'm
Right.
sure it'll be fine.
also thanks to our crazy Ralphs, Rick and Raymond, and our camp counselors, 42nd Street Pete, Corey, Luke, Michigan Dave, S. Michael, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Patricia, and JJ. Why does Colonel look like he's watching something catch on fire off to his...
Figure out what the fuck the cat's doing, man.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Cat's probably zooming around.
And of course, thanks to our AP CFees.
Woo!
CFees.
CFees?
I don't know, dude. It's been a long night.
It's been a long night, yeah.
Yeah, send them out, Faze.
All right.
All right. Yeah, why don't you tell them what to do there, Zigzag? Send them out for the night.
Amazing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, click. You're gonna zap me out. You get the fucking. Never mind. Anyway, dude, 5 fucking years. 5 fucking years. Sorry, Faze. But we got so much stuff that we can't talk about. That I know. I feel like I'm beating a dead.
You say that every week.
Every week, but the calendar is full, and none of it is official yet. So until it's signed, it's not official. So I can't say anything about it. But just stick with us, man. You're used to our shenanigans and what we do here. It's more to come, and it's only going to get fucking amplified. Believe that. Love ya. See you next week.
All right. Colonel.
All right. Yeah. See, unlike Zag, I don't pitch shit that we don't have. I'm just fucking with you. No, it's funny. You're a good salesman. No, thanks for joining us tonight. I had a lot of fun reviewing The Nun 2. I could have done without the Conjuring re-rankings, but that's okay. That's okay, because it had to be done. It had to be done. Thank you for
And
joining
in 2
us.
years, when the next Conjuring movie comes out, we'll do it again.
I know. Hopefully this time I remember what my list is. So, but yeah, tomorrow night, like I said, join us on YouTube, Death Curse Society. So if you're new and you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, be sure to do that and click that notification bell so you know when we're going live to play Friday the 13th. And yeah, I'll be shit. I think it reset. I don't think I'm at 150. I don't think I have any of my perks or fucking anything on that game.
Oh, dude, none of us did.
This is going to be a shit show.
You got
so come
you
for
get
the-
everything now.
Oh, that's right. They did. They max leveled everybody.
Everything's
did they?
you've got the best perks. Everything's the
Okay,
best.
well, I'll have to get on tomorrow before we go live and set my shit up.
Yeah.
Smash that like button. There you go, Terry. And be sure to join us. And next week, fingers crossed, the Slumber Party Massacre reunion. I'm pumped for that one. And you know what? Again, I feel like I have to say this every time. Kids are back in school. Just a friendly reminder. There's a bunch of ick going around. So don't get sick. Wash your dick. And don't smell like a Scuba Steve. Use Summer's Eve. I had to stop myself because I was about to say some foul ass shit before I got to that. But see, I've grown as a person like Irene in The Nun 2 and stop myself.
Indiana Irene.
Indiana
Colonel, do you
Irene.
have any final words of encouragement for the Bengals?
Oh, you
All right. Oh, damn it.
Fuck him. He
All
ain't coming back. Don't add him. I'll keep kicking him.
Just ban him.
That's what I'm doing.
All right. Thanks, guys. Yes, next week, hopefully, our Slumber Party reunion, or Slumber Party Massacre reunion will take
That is pretty
effect.
fun.
If we do get locked in with the extra cast members, we will let you know as soon as we can. But yeah, thanks for watching. Join us tomorrow night for some Friday the 13th. And if not, happy 5th anniversary to us. Thank you guys, and we'll catch you next week.
Sure. Woo! Bye.